I'm back with another video. This one's a do-it-yourselfer. Viewer had sent me a message talking about my Transia stove, whatever they want to call them, which is an alcohol burner stove. And, you know, at the end of that video, I showed all the pop can alcohol stoves that I had made prior to getting that. So he had asked if I would do a video on how to make one. So I've got 3 pop cans here. Got a pair of scissors, of course a roller, got what I call a box cutter, utility knife, and I've got multi-tool. Plus I have a Sharpie, and I don't know if I showed this or not, little push pin. Okay, those are basically the tools you need to do this. It's very simple. So I'm going to turn on the overhead camera so I can show you how I do this, and hopefully I can capture it all on video. And I've also got some cotton balls. We'll get into that making the stove. So stay with us and we'll see what we can get done here. Okay, we're going to make an alcohol stove. I've already got 2 here that I've made, but it took me a while to remember how to make them. But one of the first things you need to do, I've got a piece, this is my knife diamond stone sharpener. I'm going to lay a Sharpie on it, and I want to mark a line on the can, because this is going to be my cut line for the bottom. So I've got that done. Now I need a cut line for the top. Now it needs to be thicker. So what I'm going to do is I got a couple pieces of wood here. I got this. I said thicker. It needs to be longer so it can wrap over the bottom. So I'm going around the can. And I've made a line. Now, before I can cut this, one of the first things you need to do is you need to remove this top right here. It has to be removed. I have my P38, it's a military can opener, and I'm going to cut the top around here off. You want to make sure you stay inside the groove, because you need this lip that's in here. Now you've got that cut out, throw that part away. Now, what we need to do, utility knife here, I'm going to make a cut in the can just above my line. I'm going to take my scissors, I'm going to go into that cut. Cut the bottom off first. I can trim it up after I get it off of here. Okay, so I've got the bottom cut. Now, I've jumped ahead a little bit, and I've got a bottom already cut. And you see it's just above the line. I've trimmed it a little bit. Well, now I need to cut the top out. And what I got to do first is just cut up through the can. And I'll kind of just make a curve. And I'll cut just below that line. And again, I may have to trim this up a little bit when I get it done. Because like right here, I was way below the line. So I'm going to trim it with the line. Okay. Don't throw this away. There's my top. And of course, they're the same diameter. I'll show you the secret to that here in just a minute. Well, now you take this piece, and I'm not going to use this piece. I've got another piece over here I'll show you. Right here. And what you want to do is you need a piece that's as wide as this ruler here, which is, and I've already cut one, right here. It is approximately 1.25 inches long. And what you do, and I'll show you with this one, you want to take this and you take your bottom and you see the dome right here. There's a ridge down in here. You want that to fit down in there, and you want it the same diameter. I don't know if you can see that, if my hands are in the way, but you do that to where it's the same diameter, and then what you do is you take this and you take a stapler, and like magic, bingo, I've got one. I stapled it, and that fits right down inside that can. Fits right down inside of it. Then you take your scissors and just with the tip cut a V-notch, one right across from the other V-notch, because you want that to go down. Okay, now we'll take a cotton ball and unspool it as soon as I can find the end of it. There we go. Take a cotton ball and you'll want to unroll it. Okay. Now, before we do anything with the cotton ball, take your Leatherman, your multi-tool. Since these are the same diameter, you have to crinkle the side of the can, but you don't want to go way down on it. You just want to put enough little bends to where it will start to go over or under the top. Might need a few more. I might need to bend just a little bit more, but you just want to put enough of those in here to where your top can will start to fit over, just like that. Now you take this piece, take your cotton, and you're going to wrap it around. Wrap it around it. Try to keep it as tight as you can. Okay. And then you're going to place that down in here. And just push your cotton down. It acts like a wick. Now you take your top can, take your bottom can that you've crinkled, and you start working it together and slowly going all the way around, start pushing it in. And what you got to also watch is that the inner wall needs to go up underneath this lip. Just go under that lip right there. Just go up underneath it. So when you're doing this, you got to be real careful and watch as you're pushing this can in, that you check and make sure that that wall on the inside is going to go up underneath that lip. You may have to take your finger and push it in there so you know for sure that it's going underneath it. And if it doesn't, you can try to pull the upper can off until you hear that thing go up underneath it. Then push it down. Once it starts to go up underneath there, you'll be able to slide it down real good. A little trial and error, you just got to keep working with it. And you heard that pop. It went up underneath pretty good, I think. And you can squeeze this can the rest of the way down. Yeah. Squeeze that can the rest of the way down. And if you'll notice, you've got an edge. You've got it all the way down good. Then I take like a screwdriver and start folding that over. This will keep them sealed. And you may have to work this several times. Just keep going over it. I'm using the round end of the screwdriver. And you can also just do it this way on a hard surface. But you're just connecting the two cans together. And you can see it's starting to smooth out. There's still some crinkles. But pretty much right there, we're done. There's your can. And then you take a push pin, and it's about 18 or 19 holes, about a quarter inch down from the top, and spacing about a quarter inch apart. And all you do, and you really don't want to puncture that inner wall, so be real careful. Now, I don't know if I can get this in the camera or not. Come down about a quarter inch, poke a hole. Go over another quarter inch, poke a hole. Keep doing that all the way around the can. And if they're not perfect, there's no big deal. Pretty much this is a throwaway stove. I mean, you can use it for a long time. Just keep going in, poking your holes. Until you get back to the very beginning. As you can see, I got holes all the way around it. Now we're ready for a test fire. We'll add some alcohol. Now again, this is not as good as my little Trangia stove over here, because here I can put that on there. Don't have to worry about any alcohol leaking or anything. These here, you have to either just burn all the alcohol or have, carry your bottle of alcohol. If you want to stop it, you just snuff it out like this and pour the remaining alcohol into the bottle. So let's see if this thing will light and plume for us. Okay, it's lit, and I'm going to turn off the overhead light. We'll see how long that takes to go to full plume for us. It's starting. And if you end up with some holes that don't start to light up, you may have to take your after you've put it out, maybe water the hole a little bit, because I can see this one's trying to start. This one over here has started, it's just real little. But there you go, that's your alcohol stove. Now the one thing I will tell you is you have to have some sort of stand over this to be able to cook on it. Because if you set anything on top, just like this lid, if I set it on top, it snuffs it out. So you have to have some sort of stand, or make you, like I've got here, which is not for this, something that lays across and then something else that goes across and sets on it like that. Appreciate you watching J&J True Outdoor Adventures. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Those are fun to sing. See you in the woods. Thanks for watching.